the Chump Line.
Howie, everything is the worst in America's history because we all know history only began in 2016.
That's true. I would maybe say 2015 when he came down the stairs at the Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. But yeah, 2015, 2016. When is the New York Times going to start its new project, the 2016 project, to go along with the 1619 project?
Remember the Democrats that said President Bush spoke like a redneck, and the liberals that said that President Trump had a limited vocabulary? Well, I'm still awaiting their stellar assessment of our current president.
Don't hold your breath. That's all I can say. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week, remembering the wise words of Martin Lamazny, the Mahatma of the West End of Boston. Never write if you can speak, never speak if you can nod, never nod if you can wink. And to which we would add the following addendum: don't ever, ever, ever tweet.
Mr. President, Anthony Fauci calling. Dr. Fauci. Yes, the midget doctor. Listen, you need to do something about this tax increase. Setting it at $400,000 means that I'll get whacked. If you don't stop this, I'll go on all the networks and demand that we shut down tapioca pudding production to slow the spread of COVID. Don't make me go rogue.
I hadn't even thought about that. He would be affected because Biden said again last night, no one that makes under $400,000 would be affected by his tax increases, at least for the first 90 days. He didn't add that, but I'm adding it. But so for the first 90 days, Fauci would be up there. He'd be in the millionaire class, the highest paid federal bureaucrat, the highest paid. Think of all the millions of people who work for the federal government, and he makes the most of any of them.
The Chevy Bel Air was the first to go. Then the menthol Bel Air became a no-no. If we don't halt this woke assault, there'll be no freedom left anywhere.
Yeah, apparently the tobacco companies are gearing up to fight this thing. And, the ACLU. And I like I heard some stuff on the radio, some of these network broadcasts saying the black groups are supporting the banning of menthol cigarettes. I'd like to know if the average black smoker in the United States of America who smokes Newports or Cools or Bel Airs or Marlboro Greens or whatever the other brands there are, if he or she really wants menthol cigarettes banned. And how come it is that white smokers, Asian smokers, Hispanic smokers can make their own decisions about what kind of cigarettes they want to smoke, but black people have to have the government make the decision for them? Is this another case of the soft bigotry of low expectations?
Joe Biden did something else after high school, the Senate.
Yeah, I know. When you listen to him speak, don't you get the feeling that this is a guy who's never really accomplished very much? That, there's nothing out there that has his name on it, like a successful product, or he's never set up a business. He's never won a major lawsuit. He's never sold a big sales contract. His kid is a total disaster. What has this guy ever really accomplished, Joe Biden? I know he got elected president, but come on, man.
Things would go a lot quicker if Biden would just tell us what's not infrastructure.
If it helps anybody in the private sector, if it helps anybody who produces a good or a service that people actually want to buy, that don't have to be coerced into giving money to, that's not infrastructure. Everything in government, everything that helps groups that vote Democrat, everything that helps groups that don't work for a living, that's infrastructure.
The Democrat Party, fighting no racism with racism since 2009.
Further back than that, much further back than that. Yes, they and again, we didn't have time to get into it with John Heineracher, but when they had this, when they had a bill before the Senate for it was some kind of racism bill, and Ted Cruz put in an amendment, and he said that that it would now be federal policy not to discriminate against Asian Americans college students. It was a straight party line vote. All 50 Democrats voted to allow colleges to discriminate against Asian Americans in admissions to colleges. They didn't care. They didn't care about anti-Asian discrimination.
Joe was so high energy last night, he's going to have to call a lid on the next month.
I think you're right. That could have been a good poll question. When's the next time we're going to? Well, I guess he's going down to Atlanta today, right? Or maybe is it today or tomorrow that he's going down to Atlanta? Now that his rhetoric, his demagoguery has cost Atlanta and the state of Georgia the All-Star game. He's going down there to talk about how much he loves Georgia.
Charlie Parker here. Maybe you heard my press conference today. You people in Massachusetts have been doing a great job. If you keep it up, I beg you your life back before August 1st.
Yeah, I know. Let's play cut 43. We'll play more of this later on. Okay, cut 42. Excuse me, cut 42.
We felt we were sure we would be in a good place by August 1st. But if the people of Massachusetts continue to be as aggressive and as enthusiastic about getting vaccinated as they've been, we may have the ability to do that sooner.
Gee, thanks, Dad. I really need the car keys tonight. I got a hot date. Thank you. I'm very enthusiastic about getting my vaccine so I can have the Range Rover.
Only one hamburger a month? Well, there goes the squirrel population.
I haven't heard anyone talking about eating squirrels since Mike Huckabee was running for president way back when. He used to eat fried squirrel, he said, when he was in college.
If George Washington was remembered as the father of America, it's as if Joe Biden was trying to be remembered as the grandfather of America. Here's $5 for your birthday. What was your name again? And tell me I'm your favorite.
I think of him as the Grandpa Simpson of America. Not your grandfather or mine, but Grandpa Simpson.
That was your last Chump Line message. Thank you for calling Howie Carr, you chump.
All right, that's it for the Chump Line today. The Chump Line is the recorded voicemail message service of the Howie Carr Show. You can call and leave a message anytime between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time every weekday. The Chump Line number, if you'd like to leave such a message, 844-500-4242, 844-500-4242. Press 2 for the Chump Line. Leave your message. We may or may not play it at this time each weekday. If you want to hear more Chump Line messages, we have a special podcast, Chopped Chumps, the messages that didn't make the Chump Line just now. The Chopped Chumps goes up about 7 o'clock Eastern Time every weeknight. Get your Chopped Chumps podcast wherever you get your other Howie Carr Show podcasts. The Chump Line is brought to you every weekday by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week, remembering the sage words of Martin Lamasny, the Mahatma of the West End. Never write if you can speak, never speak if you can nod, never nod if you can wink. To which we would offer the following addendum. Don't ever, ever, ever tweet.
Mr. President, Anthony Fauci calling. Dr. Fauci. Yes, the midget doctor. Listen, you need to do something about this tax increase. Setting it at $400,000 means that I'll get whacked. If you don't stop this, I'll go on all the networks and demand that we shut down tapioca pudding production to slow the spread of COVID. Don't make me go rogue.
I'm surprised Biden didn't say, you won't be taxed unless you make over $400 million a year, or over $400 a year. This was one of those rare occasions where he actually got the number, as bogus and as ridiculous as it is, right? 400,000. We'll be right back. I'm Howie Carr.
He's making talk radio great again. He's